Have you ever wondered what truly scares a narcissist? Is it the thought of you leaving? Is it the idea of being alone? Well, those things might sting their ego. What truly terrifies them is something far more powerful. It's not about losing you. It's about you finding yourself. It's the moment you wake up. When you start becoming self-aware, their entire world, the one they've carefully constructed around you, begins to crumble. It's like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, all the illusions disappear. You stop reacting to their provocations. You stop internalizing their blame, and you start seeing the truth behind every single one of their manipulative tactics. That's the moment pure panic sets in for them. In this video, we're going to dive deep into why your awakening is a narcissist's worst nightmare. We'll explore exactly how your self-awareness systematically dismantles their control, how it shines a spotlight on their deepest insecurities, and why it pushes them into a state of absolute desperation. Make sure you stay with me until the very end, because understanding this fundamental power shift is the key to breaking their cycle of abuse for good. It's time to reclaim your power. Let's start by understanding the narcissist's operating system. Their entire sense of self, their very identity, is built on a fragile foundation of external validation. They need a constant supply of attention, admiration, and most importantly, control. They see people not as individuals with their own thoughts and feelings, but as extensions of themselves, objects to be used to regulate their own unstable self-esteem. You are their primary source of this narcissistic supply. Your reactions, whether it's your love, your anger, your frustration, or your pain, are the fuel that keeps their engine running. They need you to be predictable. They need you to play a role in the drama they've written. So, what happens when the main character goes off script? That's where self-awareness comes in. The moment you start questioning things, the game changes. You might begin by asking simple questions. Why do I always feel so drained after talking to them? Or is it really my fault every single time? This is the first crack in their fortress. Self-awareness is the process of turning your focus inward. Instead of obsessing over their behavior and trying to figure them out, you start paying attention to your own feelings, your own needs, and your own reality. You become an observer of your own experience. This shift is monumental. Let's break down how this destroys their control, piece by piece. First, self-awareness kills the emotional reaction they feed on. Narcissists are masters at pushing your buttons. They know exactly what to say to make you feel guilty, angry, or insecure. They thrive on the drama, but when you become self-aware, you learn to pause before you react. You recognize the feeling rising inside you, the flash of anger, the pang of guilt, but you don't let it drive your actions. You see their jab for what it is, a desperate attempt to get a reaction. Instead of engaging in the fight, you might say something calm like, "I'm not going to have this conversation while you're yelling." Or you might simply not respond at all. This is called gray rocking. You become as uninteresting and unreactive as a gray rock. To a narcissist, this is maddening. They're throwing their best punches, and you're just standing there, unfazed. Their fuel supply is cut off, and their engine starts to sputter. They can't control you if they can't control your emotions. Second, your self-awareness exposes their tactics. Once you start learning about narcissistic abuse, you develop a new lens through which to see their behavior. Gaslighting, which once made you question your sanity, now becomes glaringly obvious. You'll hear them say, "That never happened." And instead of doubting your own memory, a little voice in your head says, there's the gaslighting. You'll see them use salad-long, circular, nonsensical argument sand. You'll recognize it as a tactic to confuse and exhaust you, not a genuine attempt at communication. Their love bombing, projection, and blame shifting all become transparent. They're no longer this confusing, overwhelming force. They're just a person using a predictable and, frankly, pathetic playbook. This is terrifying for them. Their magic tricks no longer work because you know how they're done. You see the strings, you see the smoke and mirrors, and the illusion of their power is shattered. They're exposed, not just to you, but to themselves. And that brings us to the third and most crucial point. Your self-awareness forces them to confront their own emptiness. Narcissists spend their entire lives running from a deep-seated feeling of worthlessness. Their grandiosity, their arrogance, their constant need for control, it's all a defense mechanism to cover up a fragile, insecure core. As long as you are caught in their web, reacting and believing their narrative, you validate their false self. You are the mirror that reflects the grandiose image they want to see. But when you become self-aware, you stop being their mirror. You start becoming your own person. You set boundaries. You prioritize your own well-being. You validate yourself. The reflection you show them is no longer the one they want to see. Instead, you reflect their manipulation back at them. Your calm detachment and your clear boundaries show them that their power is an illusion. This forces them to catch a glimpse of the very thing they've been running from their whole lives: their own inadequacy and emptiness. This is the source of their panic. This is narcissistic injury. It's an unbearable threat to their fragile ego. When their tactics fail, and they can't get a reaction from you, they are left alone with their own inner void. The desperation that follows can manifest in a few ways. They might escalate their tactics, becoming more aggressive or manipulative in a frantic attempt to regain control. This is an extinction burst. Think of a toddler throwing a bigger tantrum when they realize crying isn't getting them what they want. Alternatively, they might engage in frantic hoovering, trying to suck you back in with promises of change, apologies that sound sincere, or sudden bursts of the old love bombing. They'll promise you the world because a world without your supply is a world where they have to face themselves. And that is their greatest fear. If that doesn't work, they might quickly move on to a new source of supply, devaluing and smearing you to anyone who will listen. They need to paint you as the crazy one to protect their own narrative and secure their new target. Do you see the pattern here? It's all about them. It was never about you. Your worth was never determined by their opinion of you. Your journey of self-awareness isn't just about escaping them. It's about returning to yourself. It's about rebuilding your reality based on your own perceptions, your own values, and your own truth. You learn to trust your gut again. You learn that your feelings are valid. You learn that you deserve to be treated with respect. So, if you are in this process of waking up, know that the fear and desperation you see in them is a sign of your own strength. It's confirmation that you are taking your power back. It will be hard. They will fight to keep you in the dark. But every step you take towards self-awareness is a step toward freedom. Every time you choose not to react, every time you honor a boundary, you are dismantling their system and rebuilding your own life. The narcissist doesn't fear you leaving the building. They fear you realizing you hold the key to your own door. And you always have. Your awakening is their downfall. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining your light. The darkness can't stand it. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on healing and empowerment. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story matters. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Take care.